Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance, where we talk and advocate about blockchain gaming, everything about blockchain. So, we are now here today. We're going to present some new members and some new projects. So, super excited to have you guys here. We have Andres from Genial, Alex Works from OG Community, and of course, who would not forget Johnny from Valley Ecosystem from last year's demo day. So, welcome, welcome, guys. We're super excited to be here. Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. So we have some three new projects. First up is we're gonna have the OG community, and then DigiLearnials, and then Valley. So before we start, I just want to thank you guys for being here. Yeah, let's start ahead. So Alex, can you tell us a bit about yourself and the project about OG community?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you very much for having me over. I'm so proud to be here and to share some things about our community to you guys. Well, first of all, let's go into some background. Actually, like we started like almost 2 years ago as just a gaming community. We were doing some cyber sports tournaments, and once we got like the first core of like the first 10,000 of the guys who just were with us. Thank you very much for them. So we, created our app and started, rapidly growing. So as of the moment, we have 3.5 million members of our community of the guys who using our app. And I just want to take this opportunity and thank every each of them, for being with us, for supporting us. And we just promise we're not going to let you down. We will stay with you guys. We will, provide you proper contact and everything what we can do from our side. So, like I said, we have 3.5 million, but let's talk about some daily active users figures and monthly active user figures. So as of today, we are like 700K for daily and 1.5 for monthly active users, which we are certainly very proud of. We are very much proud of our partners and of our integrations. So let's start like about our main product, which is OG Community app. This is actually like the one which is like used by our community to have fun, to earn tokens, and you know uh, to uh, to get some money. Actually, I just want to share a few words in the beginning of my speech regarding our like our inspiration and regarding our motto. Like we were quite much inspired by the Spielberg movie Ready Player One. Like we believe that in 10, 15 years, like all people gonna be doing is just playing games and like living in the metaverses. But we all of them still gonna make some money because they will not just entertainment, but the food is also important and other things. And just we want to build this infrastructure where our community can have fun, can earn money, and make an influence for for the market. Because as I'm gonna state later, we will. Oh, thank you very much, man. Yeah. So we are building the community, which will not only to entertain but also influence on the market. Yeah, so you can check like our like partners which we worked in the beginning. Of course, obviously, there's much more of those right now. Apart from that, we also have a meme coin in our ecosystem. It's called the Cyberdog. It's launched on Tron. You can go ahead and check it out. It's already live. It's it's very popular, and it's actually not just how to say it's not just for fun. It's actually has a utility value in our ecosystem. We are putting a lot of energy to make a like a AI agent out of it. It's already has a uh, like a story behind it, which is quite fascinating. Uh, but also, it's like our developers work to to make balance between marketing and development. So let's come back to OG community. Yeah, Please go to the next slide. It's like how we grew. Basically, you can check our socials. We have like a 600K in Twitter. We have a very active Discord. It's like with absolutely amazing community in Discord. Of course, Telegram. We have apart from like our main channels, we also have side channels like educational channel. We have trading, gaming. Obviously, many gaming channels where we tell people about the games, about the particular games. We show how to play. We have like separate chats for the developers and for the users. Basically, our key mission is not only just to engage people, but also influence in this world to make games better, to make the developers receive feedback from communities, from the gamers, and because that's feedback is priceless. So you can see like on the right chart how we grew in terms for the uh, user base in our app. Yeah, it was quite amazing. Like I said, thank you, thanks everybody. And yeah, so please go next slide. You check here. Uh, these are like the all of us know about the market challenges that we all face. Like for the gamers, like it's very much a lot of scam on the market, and like we want to protect them from scam and just to explore only interesting games and challenging, and to stay safe. By the way, that's why we created our cyberdog. And for the games, obviously it's very hard to attract you know new users who would stay in the games, who would be engaged, and to keep the retention. That's like it's very hard. And like for both gamers and developers, it's like it's like too many bots and scam fake volumes. So that's why like this is our mission to work on all those three aspects, and to keep the games safe, to provide the games with the proper traffic, safe, organic, and some vivid. And on the next slide, you can check uh, the solutions that we provide to do that. So, like regarding the user acquisition, yeah. So we have absolutely like outstanding, like top features, how to acquire new user and keep him entertained, because we have been quite long on the market. We know how to work with users. We know the user behavior. We understand where to how to get the user from web 2 web 3, how to define them between like which content is need to be provided for web 2 to web 3, how to eliminate things that might distract him from playing games and stuff. So yeah, this is our key feature, like what we do. So and regarding the user feedback I already mentioned, of course we collect, analyze feedback, we connect sometimes directly. And yeah, this is like unbelievable. We got so many thanks from developers for that, because this is like it's indeed priceless. It's not worth any money. Regarding social media management, yes, we help to make the games, the projects to have not only games, I mean users inside the games, but also in the socials, because it's very important. It's like it shows like overall traction, and we work on that with good organic traffic. So, and apart from that, of course, like the industry connections, expert consulting, it's like our team is like it's big. It's like it has like huge professionals. By the way, I want to say hi to my team, and thank them for for the support, for the job that they do on the events, on the conferences, online. And thank you guys for doing your job, and for making us what we are today. Yeah, now on the next slide, you can check. Um, Basically, it's like how's it? More or less, you can see like this small on the left is like our app. It's better if you go yourself on Telegram, and you got the links. And yeah, so basically, what we do, we integrate games inside this partners apps section. We have an absolutely amazing team of developers who can not just integrate the game inside this app, but also we can have deeper integrations with APIs to set endpoints inside the games. We have teams who we have like in-house team who plays the game. All they do is just they make money for playing games. Isn't that amazing job? Yeah. So uh, we set endpoints inside those games, and our users, once they compete something, they get rewards, and of course they get rewards for for like other stuff with socials, man. And yeah, once it's the project is added to our app, and once we have support in media, our media support is absolutely enormous. We have 19 language hubs. We have, like I mentioned, many different kind of channels. We have side projects that like overall, once you get all this combined, the uh, adding to the app, the integration and the support by the media coverage. That's how the user, starts, flowing into the like our partners integrations. Like yeah, on the next slide, I should touch also regarding these marketing packages. We can, I mean, uh, social media packages, where we're also quite professional in marketing for them. And yeah, so our Twitter team is just absolutely amazing. They do great job in terms of getting quite enormous engagement rate to our users. Yes, you could on the next slides, just a couple mm, slides about our partnerships. We work with numerous projects. Thanks everybody to them. So from the simplest ones to the most complicated ones over here, like these are like the simple ones. The next slide, you could check like more sophisticated games. In terms, for what I'm saying is that we work like from the simple steppers ones to like even up to those 3D games. So we have experience to promote and launch all kinds of Web3 projects. And so we are very proud to become BGA members last year, and from starting from this year already. And like we want to thank everybody from your team, guys, and thank you for supporting on the events. Hopefully we can see each other soon on the upcoming events, multiple events all around the world. We will be happy to see each other. But guys, look for the people with OGC logo on the polos. This is my team. We will be happy to answer your questions. We will be happy to work with you. Just reach out, and let's grow together. Let's make this gaming world even more amazing than it is. And yeah, thank you very much. Like if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer. That's me, by the way. It's like that's why I wear a helmet, because I'm bald. Thank you, man, for supporting me with the presentation. I think
Sorry, Cliff, you're mute.
you're mute. Yeah. Cliff, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was muted, so I
Yeah,
was actually
yeah, yeah.
speaking here. Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah. So if you guys want to check out OG Community, I posted a link right on their website. So we actually just had an AMA with Barrett Box and other community as well about the rise of community in blockchain gaming. I thought the first thing that popped in mind is how to get more users, especially your platforms and with some other projects as well. So if you want to check out OG community, I think they're a great product. I think they're a great community. So be sure to check it out. So they're on the description. So thank you very much, Alex Mertz, for introducing OG
Thank
community
you.
to the BGA. All right. Next up, next is we have Andres from DigiLearnias. Welcome. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself and the product or the project you're working on?
Thank you, Cliff, for this introduction. We are DigiLearners. We are very happy to be one of the newest members of VGA. I started telling a little bit about our story. We founded DigiLearners 7 years ago. At first as a game design and production consultancy agency, and then grew up to a game development studio and an outsourcing studio with a strong focus on educational games, training games, healthcare games. We have a team of teachers, pedagogues, and neuroscientists working with us. One of our first scientific paper on the impact of one of our games will be published very soon, in a few days. We are very happy with that. And as an outsourcing studio, between 2022 and 2023, we started working for some clients on blockchain games they want to develop. And I start sharing my screen to show you a little bit about that. Let me check if this is okay. There it goes. So we create immersive games on blockchain. As I said, we started as a very small studio. Now we work more like a movie studio. This means that according to the requirements of each client, we assemble a team of specialists and we develop the game they envision. As I said before, during a few years ago, we started working for clients that had original NFT collections in 2D, mostly characters from Shoulder Up, and we turn them into full body 3D characters on multiplayer games with real-time multiplayer games. We also made tailored solutions for the economy of these games according to the design requirements. And of course, we are very experienced on creating the narrative of different virtual worlds. So we have a very straightforward process. We are very transparent process, to our clients, where we guide them and we make them participate of the development since the ideation to the pre-launch and of course post-launch and after launch. We have different methodologies to apply on each step of the process. This is a little summary of the technology we use, of the outputs of our work: video game engineering, simulation, AI, blockchain, of course, networking and big data, and Web 2. We have a wide scope of services because we have it's very easy for us to get the proper specialists, because most in digital learning teams are teachers or are alumni of the Image Campus Institute, which is the game development, the most recognized and respected game development institute school here in Argentina. These are some of the clients we worked in the past. Also, we are working right now from different countries. And this is a little bit of what we do. For instance, here's a sample of how we work for 3D environments. We make the required concept art. and then we turn it into a full-fledged environment. This is for a game called CET, which is, you can wishlist it on in Steam. It's a turn-based strategy game where every turn occurs at the same time. It's very unique in its mechanics. Every player can plan in the same turn what are the moves they're gonna make, and then the turn is triggered, and every unit moves at the same time, and results in what we are seeing, a fun battle, very fun battle. So this is an example of NFT collections made in 2D that we turned into 3D characters for a multiplayer battle arena. I will show it later. Here's a little bit of gameplay. This was made with an authoritative server where we could overcome all the challenge that this kind of technology means. Every single trait of the character has their unique lore and description. That is part of the world building. We also, as I said previously, we designed the tokenomics and all the economy system according to the type of game, the genre, the target audience, what they're expecting. Trying not to create Ponzi schemes, Ponzi structures, and we think we are very good at evading the inflation that causes that many Web3 games have this strong churn rate in many cases. As I said, since we founded Digital Learners 7 years ago, but we have been working on games for almost 20 years now. So we are very experienced on creating walls, narrative, stories, and all the storytelling elements that are required for a game. Well, this is a little bit more of the different traits that had this game, which was called Ransom, which was about racing bulls and bears versus bears. I don't know if I put full screen, if you can see it. This is a little bit of the process of concept art, how we turn the concept art into the 3D models. This was another game we developed for a company here in Argentina, which was Blastinium, which is a first sight a clone of worms, where you fight with garden gnomes. And of course, all the gnomes are NFTs and they have the different traits. So as you can see, we are genre agnostic. We can develop on any type of game, any type of technology, any type of art style. And this is a little bit of the project I was talking about earlier. This was part of a Easter egg hunt event. I don't want to take too much time. Of course, I will send you this presentation to everybody who requested if interested. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for your attention. And again, we are very happy to be part of the BGA, and we look forward to meet a lot of you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Andres. Really impressive presentation. I've actually heard of Blasted Gnomes, but I didn't realize that you were actually the studio
Oh, really?
responsible for it. So, pretty cool stuff. All right,
Thank
folks.
you.
Very impressive. Very cool. If you guys want to learn more about DigiLearners or want to make your games into reality, be sure to check out their website. It's in the we just posted it. Go out and check out digilearnils.com. Super cool stuff. If you want to make your games into reality, go check out digilearnils. They're very experienced. They're very cool. They have everything laid out from 3D artists to the tokenomics as well. So pretty cool stuff. So thank you again, Andres, for sharing with us digilearnils. All right.
Thank you, Cliff.
Awesome. Thank you. Next up, finally, last but not the least, we have Valley Ecosystem. Johnny, so we actually, Valley Ecosystem, just a bit of a background. We did have a demo day with Johnny last year. Surprisingly, and unfortunately, we weren't able to give him the floor for a updated Christmas stream because of the lack of slots. But anyway, it's time to shine. Thank you again, Johnny, for being with us today. Can you tell us a bit more about Valley Ecosystem, about the arcades, and what you're working on? So, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Cliff. Thanks for having me. And it's two great presentations already. I'm definitely waiting after this to go delve in more to both of these projects. So yeah, Valley. Let's see. I can pull up our slides here. I share the screen. Okay. Oh, here we go. 1 second. All right. Can you guys see this? Okay, so yeah, Valley, we are a Web3 arcade ecosystem. What does that mean? So right now, we are developing arcade cabinets with our partner Fun Company, and they produce cabinets for some of the best in the world, Sega, Bandai Namco. So most of the arcade machines, arcade cabinets that you'd see at arcades are made by Funco. We are integrating the blockchain into these physical cabinets, and from what we can tell, we will be the first professional arcade cabinet that is seamlessly linked to the blockchain. And how that works is a transaction hash will be created as soon as you press play and start playing, whether you are aware that you're playing on the blockchain or not. And then afterwards, you'll play one of our games and it will say you have earned X amount of tickets. And to save this progress, input your email address or scan this QR code. And then boom, once they've done that, they have played a game on the blockchain, actually earned a token on the blockchain, and created a wallet for them, all seamlessly and simply. We think this is going to be an incredibly unique onboarding tactic for Web 2, non-Web 3 native gamers in the arcade. We've got some global statistics here. I think everyone is aware of, where the gaming market is. This is a little bit of the arcade market. So you can obviously see in the 1980s, which people say is the golden age of arcades, it was drastically larger than it is now. But there's been a slow upturn since about the year 2000 when what we're sitting in right now, arcade bars came back into fashion. Well, really, they started around 2000, and it was kind of the perfect time for people who grew up playing video games, and then they were at the age to begin drinking. So they mixed the bar aspect with the arcade aspect, and it just kind of clicked. So because of that, you're seeing a lot more of those popping up globally. And even beyond that, in shopping malls and movie theaters, you know, bowling alleys, you're starting to see our physical arcade machines coming back in a way that hasn't been seen since, I guess, we're past now where we were in the 90s. What are the problems Web3 gaming has faced? We all know this, slow adoption due to the barriers of entry. That's what we're trying to solve, and what I think a lot of these gaming companies now are trying to solve, make it as seamless as possible, where you don't necessarily have to know the intricacies of setting up a wallet or a seed phrase to start playing. A lot of people will just go, this is too much for me, and look to another game. So we're making it as simple as possible. Our arcade cabinets are not even going to say like Web3 arcade cabinet. They're just going to look really cool. And then people will start playing them. And our motto is kind of like show them instead of tell them. So then once they're in, it will click for them after they interact with our system. I think probably a lot of us in the space, especially talking to people who don't really get blockchain or Web3, and specifically Web3 gaming, we've probably all tried to convince our friends and family, and they're just like, I still don't understand it. So we really want to show them instead of telling them. This is the arcade bar that my wife and I opened, and we started looking for a arcade cabinet that linked to the blockchain about 3 years ago. I got into the crypto space about 5 years ago, and then realized it didn't exist at a professional level. So this company was spawned out of necessity, if you will. That was like our learned secret. Here is our Valley Web Arcade. So besides playing in the arcade, you can also play online, Mac, PC, which you can do currently, and very, very soon, mobile as well. I'll do a quick demo of this a little bit later on. So low entry barriers, instant access, don't need a wallet or seed phrase, real engagement, arcade cabinets. There's something unique about like seeing people come into our space. We get hundreds of patrons daily, less in the winter. It's about 10 degrees Fahrenheit right now, but still a lot of people escaping the cold. And there's something that like when they walk in and they see an arcade cabinet or a room full of arcade cabinets, people who aren't even gamers will go up and start playing them. And they'll play and they won't stop playing. So we think not only are we going to get some Web2 gamers onboarded, but some people who wouldn't necessarily even pick up just a game. We're going to be at venues globally, and we're excited to launch that in about 30 to 45 days with the physical cabinets. And then we do have balanced tokenomics, no pre-mine for our team, 0.1% of emissions daily of remaining supply, so that that will continue on for a long time, technically forever. And like I've just mentioned before, you can play online, PC, Mac right now, very, very soon, mobile, and then in about a month or 2 months on the arcade cabinets themselves. For the arcade cabinets, you can purchase them for your home and apartment. B2C sales, we are kind of my background is, I've built a lot of relationships with venues and distributors. So B2B sales, of course, will do that. We think that a lot of people are going to purchase these cabinets and then, individuals, and then have a relationship with their local arcade where then they can place their purchase cabinet inside the arcade, because we are doing a unique rev share on the back end in terms of the token itself for the cabinet owner. So that's kind of an interesting way to own a cabinet, a professional cabinet, place it in a venue that you don't necessarily own, and still be able to earn from all of the people in that public venue. All of our NFTs are cosmetic in nature only, especially in the arcade space. We really wanted to avoid any pay to win. People who are playing for like high score leaderboards daily, they would not be happy with us if there was, you could buy a car or a sword that made your character better than the others. So we like how that levels the playing field. We will have, cosmetic NFTs, digital skins, so that if you want your character who is blue to glow gold or rainbow or what have you, then we will do that. And it'll also be a gateway into some special tournaments if you own some of those NFTs, but no in-game advantage. And the developer will receive 90% of those sales, which we think is a pretty good for the development teams there. We also think that arcade games, you can make an arcade game in as little as a couple days to a few months. And we've been talking to a lot of third-party studios. We do onboard third-party games who like our model because a lot of them are actually building like a much larger MMORPG, for instance, or some first-person shooters, and then they want to have even part of their dev team make an arcade game for Valley, and then just kind of test the waters. And that's been surprising how many of those we've been getting here early on, which is really cool. We're on track for 100 games in 2025, probably 20 by the summer, and then it'll ramp up from there. At the end of the day, I think Valley is really a digital distribution platform more than anything. So we anticipate, thousands and then tens of thousands of games in the future. Here we go. I think I went out of full screen there. Right now we've done pretty much no marketing. So we only have, 10,000, I think 11,000 Twitter followers and a couple thousand on Discord. But our members are fantastic. They're really engaged. They play the games a lot. So if our DAU is just a couple hundred, we have like 30 or 40,000 plays on the games over the past couple weeks, which is fantastic. So we are anticipating a big marketing push around the release of the arcade cabinets here in a month or two. Third-party publishing, right now it's more of like a white glove. We work with you to onboard your game into Valley, but eventually we'll have a self-publishing service so that is more automated for third-party titles. All the games on the platform will be rewarded in tickets, which can be redeemed for Valley token, and that's depending on how high you are on the leaderboard. So if you get first place or 50,000th place, you'll earn a percentage of that. Obviously, first place would be yielding more, but if you kind of suck at arcade games, which I think there's some games that I'm decent at and others that I'm just terrible at, you can still play and earn in that sense. We have some great partners already. Of course, Blockchain Game Alliance, which has been a pivotal partner, and we are excited to do some more events in the future with, and potentially have our cabinets at some events, which would be really fun. Fun Company, which has been pivotal in designing and developing, and will be shipping and taking care of the logistics and working with distributors for the arcade cabinets. A fun one, I brought this, KCBC. So they are a brewery in New York City. They're amazing, and they made a beer for one of our games, which is cool. And we want to do this for a lot of our games. That's just a really fun one. LFG has helped a lot with tokenomics. And then of course Star Atlas, which we are developing a game for Star Atlas that will be playable inside of their main game, which is super exciting. And we have a lot more planned around that, which I can't talk about now, but will come out soon. Our team is fantastic. We have 4 developers currently, and we are working with a few more development groups to help us in these early times. We have some people who have been in the angel and startup world for decades now. I come from the more traditional. I owned a video production company with clients like Disney and Google. Sold that to start this, and then have owned this arcade bar for a little over 5 years now. I'd love to, let's see where I'm doing on time. Okay. Oh man. All right. Oh, I'm sharing the whole screen, I guess. Here is the website, and I'll just go through this quickly. So you can pre-order a cabinet. That's new. You can purchase a node, which our node ecosystem is currently helping us with computational power on the lighter scope, but eventually they will run the arcade games themselves. So those will be pivotal for us. and node owner operators, they can run that to help out with our computational power, and they will be rewarded if they are giving enough to the network on a daily basis. You can see our partners here. So right now you can log in via Discord. We developed a AI Discord bot, which is, we call it the Valley bot, and you can ask it questions about Valley or anything. It's kind of fun to do that in our Discord. And then you just input your Ethereum address. We are building EVM. Eventually, we'll bring in some more social authentication for more of the Web2 side of things, Google, Apple login to make it easy. And then I'll just get right into our games. So if you come up here, you can see right now we have 3 games that are live: Flutter, Space Paddle, and Down Deep. Flutter and Space Paddle are first-party titles. Down Deep is by Warren M., who's an amazing community member and an amazing developer in his own right. That's our first third-party title. We've got a few more. So those have all been developed in Pico 8, the game engine, which is really fun. Super small size, 32 kilobytes is the size of the file, which is crazy to me still. And then below that, you can see some games that we have coming up in Unity from some third-party titles, and then Alien Influencer, which will be probably our flagship title that we're working really hard on. But yeah, if you go in here, I'll just use Flutter for an example. Oh, you know what? I'll come over here. So you play like this, and right now it just loads up. Very simple to start and incredibly hard as you go on games. That's like our motto. Easy to play, hard to master. Here, I'll die here, go down the pit. And then your score is submitted, and then you can see on the leaderboards. This is really like an MVP version, but it's come a long way, and we've got a long way to go as well. And then right now, I'm not very good, but I'm on the board. Yeah. Let me come back here and I'll stop streaming. Cool. So that's pretty much it. We've got the arcade cabinets coming out here soon. The games are playable on PC, Mac now, mobile very soon. And we are excited to start bringing these arcade cabinets everywhere. They're going to be going in arcade bars, shopping malls, movie theaters, gaming lounges globally, starting in about 2 months. So that's Valley in a nutshell.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Johnny. What a well-made presentation. Love the idea of the arcade cabinets being in different malls as well and staying true to its style. Some of the games are actually developed in Pico 8, or did I misheard? Oh, yeah. Okay. So
That's
that's
right. Yeah,
actually
yeah.
pretty cool. So yeah, super awesome. You don't see a lot of stuff, in the especially in the blockchain gaming space like that. We have Shaga, let's say for example, with the consoles, but arcades are technically, the OGs. Super cool stuff. So thank you again, Johnny, for sharing. And of course, for you guys out there, if you want to learn more about the Valley Arcade or the Valley ecosystem, I will be posting a link. There we go. So be sure to check out valleyarcade.com. You can purchase a node. And of course, pre-order your arcade cabinets if you want to have one right in your home. So I think that's possible as well. So yeah, but I think that's it. So thank you so much, guys, for being here today. Super cool presentation, super cool stuff. I've learned a lot today, especially from OG Community Valley, and of course, did you learn yours as well? And with that being said, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you around. Bye.
Bye bye.